I've just bought land. A whole lot of raw wild land in the Carpathian Mountains.
I'm very happy to be here.
In today's episode, I finally create a cozy and comfy but very basic living space.
It's my little home!
I come to terms with what it means to buy a remote property as a single woman.
I have flashed a lot of opportunities for meeting people.
And I also attempt to do some DIY, which I'm terrible at.
Yeah, I know it's not perfect, but you know.
Today's episode is more like a slow contemplation than an emotional roller coaster. So sit back and join me as I try to figure out whether this was the best or worst decision of my life.
It's not that much stuff, but it is a lot of stuff if you think about the fact that I have to lug it all the way up to my property on foot. Oh, that's a big backpack. Okay, there we go. Let's do this. Questions that I get asked the most frequently is like, what's the deal with road access? Can you get here by road or can you not? So it's complicated, let me put it that way. I personally am still coming here on foot. But if you saw my last video, you would have seen that there's been a couple of 4x4s that actually made it all the way here. So the thing is that I can't really talk very openly about this because it involves other people. And you know what? I just want to be a good neighbor. Let me put it that way. Once in a blue moon, when the occasion calls for it, we can have a car come here. But even then, it has to be a really tough 4x4 with special tires and a driver that is willing to make the journey over really, really rough off-road terrain. That's the access situation. Just because there may be a track doesn't mean that it leads anywhere that I can access. I see it as a great fitness challenge, okay? I'm like, every time I go up that hill with all this stuff, I'm like, yeah, like my muscles are just great for my muscles. You gotta look on the bright side. You're a good boy, huh? You are a good boy. And you enjoy the walks, huh? Like a pretty big day, honestly, because today I'll be decorating my new place. I'm super excited to share that with you because I want you guys to see exactly how I'm decorating it, what I'm putting in to make this tent livable, at least on like a temporary basis. And I'm also super curious to know if you could picture yourself living in a tent like this for like any extended period of time. Anyway, that's all coming soon. I also need to fix the tent because I didn't put it up properly last time. But first, I want to show you something. It's my new tattoo, and it says, "Follow your bliss," not a bliss. Follow your bliss. It's a quote from Joseph Campbell, who I talked about in the last video. And the quote is just there as a little reminder to always do the things that make me feel joyful and that feel true and authentic and that feel, frankly, good. So last time I put up the tent, I didn't really put it up properly. It wasn't like tight enough. So I got an email from Canvas Camp who make these tents, and they were like, "Hey Eva, we love your video, but you need to tighten this tent a lot more." So I was like, all right, let me try.
These short guy poles from Canvas Camp make it a lot easier to tighten the tent, and since I'm out here doing this solo, I'll take all the help that I can get.
Next up, this guy.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a game changer, honestly.
So bell tents generally have this center pole in the middle, which is important because it keeps the tent up, so it needs to be there, but it's not very practical because it like takes up this central spot in the tent. So you can't put your bed in the middle if that's what you wanted. And that is kind of what I want. So there's a really smart solution to that the the which produces these tents has come up with. And let me show you what it is. They call this the duopod. Woohoo! I did it! Huh? That was so quick. Amazing. And the tent is still standing. Look at all this space. I can like dance in the middle. I can do squats in the middle. I can jump in the middle. I can like stand in the middle. Most importantly though, I can put my mattress in the middle. But before I put my mattress, I'm gonna put my rug in the middle. So there's this concept that I've been fascinated with for the last couple of years, and it's called rewilding. And rewilding is basically like all about making your life a little bit more natural and a little bit more in tune with like our human nature. Part of the reason why I want to spend time here in this tent is because I want to experiment with rewilding in my life. And you know, I spent a lot of time sleeping in my truck over the last few years, but this is a little bit different. And one of the very like practical ways that you can like start rewilding your life is by like rewilding your sleep. I haven't been sleeping very well over the last couple of months, and I am experimenting with a solution to that. So I have a feeling that like sleeping on very soft mattresses in between four concrete walls is not super beneficial to our health because like we're cut off from our circadian rhythm. And yeah, I guess what I'm trying to do here is be a little bit more connected to like the rhythm of the day and the night. So another way that I've come up with is to start sleeping on one of these. So this is a tatami mattress. I think these are generally used for like martial arts and workouts, but I got this one to sleep on because it's 100% made of natural materials. I think it's like grass and weeds and things like that. I don't know. And it's also super hard. It's like sleeping on a wooden plank, basically. There's like no padding. It's just no padding. I'll let you know how that goes. This here is gonna be my wardrobe. And all of my electronics are gonna go in this little basket. This is going to be my food basket. Of course, no cutesy bell tent setup would be complete without fairy lights, so that's what we're going to do now. Okay, it's ready. Let me show you around my humble abode. So this here is the main entrance. This here is my outdoor kitchen. Pretty simple, it's just a stove and a kettle. Anyway, let's go inside. Ta-da! So freaking cute. I am so obsessed with it. It's so simple, so nice, so sweet, so cozy. So this tent was actually given to me by Canvas Camp, who make these beautiful bell tents. And you can also get a 10% discount if you get one. Details in my description. Anyway, they're amazing. So spacious, so pretty.
and actually super, super durable. So I'm kind of excited to have a storm roll through at some point soon, just to kind of like test it out. But yeah, it's my little home. It's so cute.
You can even crack the windows open if you want.
And you might be wondering, like, how long am I planning on living out here? You know, I mean, in the summer it's kind of easy because the weather's good, but obviously it's gonna get colder and colder. And basically, I do have a stove as well that I can install here. I'm not gonna install it now because it's just way too hot, but you could technically spend an entire winter in a tent like this. People have done it, and I am definitely flirting with that idea.
I know that to a lot of people, this way of living may seem completely chaotic and frankly mad, but you know what? Life doesn't just have to be the one thing or the other. When did we collectively decide that everyone needs to pick one lane and stick to it? Sounds like a lot of BS to me. I love the idea of treating your life as an experiment, getting out there and trying different things, and along the way, figuring out what it is that actually makes you happy. So I'm not saying this is how I'll live forever,
You want some?
but for now, it feels just right.
So some of you might know that I've been on a journey of celibacy for the last few months. So back in April, on my 33rd birthday, I took a vow of celibacy. So for one entire year, the goal is to not concern myself with romantic relationships and romantic love. And, you know, it's so much more than just like, you know, avoiding physical contact. So much more than that. It's actually not even about that at all. It's just about like allowing myself to focus on things that are, you know, other things, essentially, things unrelated to love and relationships. Anyway, kind of related to that, I was sitting here the other day and I was thinking like that every single decision that we make that changes our location, for example, is such a massive decision. Like if you change jobs, if you move to a different city, if you buy an apartment or you buy a house or you buy land, like those little decisions set off like this huge butterfly effect, right? You suddenly become attached to that place. Like you have committed to that place, at least for a little while. So then that like automatically changes your entire like dating landscape. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, is that by buying this land, I have kind of like slashed a lot of opportunities for meeting people. When I was just traveling full time on the road, I had so much flexibility. I could have literally been like, okay, I met someone amazing and I want to move to wherever they live. Like it was as simple as that almost. Whereas now that's changed a lot because I want to spend time here. I want to work on this land. I want to develop it. I want to be here. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind. I'm not looking for love actively at this point in my life, but it's just something to think about. But I'm very, very lucky. I'm very happy to be here. Guys, I need to show you something. This is like almost hard to believe. It's almost like too good to be true. So you may remember that like a couple of weeks ago, I did a gratefulness ceremony here where I like walked around this bit of the forest because there are supposed to be fairies living right here in this corner. And I just said, you know, thank you for letting me be here. Thank you for protecting the land. And I gave them some gifts, including this really lovely, really beautiful dream catcher with a little fairy right here. And I just came here this morning to kind of talk to the fairies again. Some of you probably think I'm absolutely nuts, but check this out. Just underneath the dream catcher that I gave to the fairies is this beautiful daisy. Look at it. How gorgeous. Seriously, no other flowers anywhere else. Just this one. And of course, my bestest flower right here too. Oh, yes. Well, it seems like my wishes are about to come true because the weather forecast says that it's gonna be rainy and stormy this afternoon. I actually need to go get some supplies from town, and that involves getting to my car, hiking to my car, driving to town, coming back, and then hiking back up in time before the storm. So hopefully I can get it all done before the rain. Let's go. You want to bring your toy? Okay. Okay, so it has been raining, stopped for a moment, but I feel like it's gonna come back any minute now, so I'm gonna have to make my way up to the tent as fast as possible. Let's do this. Let's go. That's an ambush. No. Climbing a hill. Don't do this to me. Come on, we got to go. And it's literally just started raining again. Great time. This is a whole bag of beautiful sauerkraut. So delicious. Hey, Birk. You wanna try this? Come here. Try it. Sauerkraut. Yes! Good boy! That's a good German Shepherd. Yes, good German Shepherd eats the sauerkraut, good boy. There's one more thing that I need to do before I consider this entire place kind of finished. I mean, I could still get like a little desk, I could get a little like sofa or at least something to sit on, like, cushions, things like that. But that's all like add-ons, extras. I can definitely live with just this. This is great. But I was given the very important task of finishing up the screwing of the deck onto the kind of beams that hold it or that like support it. Isn't the end. There's one more thing that I need to do, and that is I need to create a little border here out of these guys. And I don't really know how to approach it, but I'm just gonna get started, see how it goes. It's done. Yeah, I know it's not perfect, but it tastes so sweet when you do it yourself. Raspberry vodka, a couple of sips. This is my little guilty pleasure.
So I guess I've now made my tent a home, and it honestly feels really right. I guess it was the right decision after all. Soon enough, I'll have to move out again for a while because of a really exciting new project, and I hope to tell you about it in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.